This is an inversion. So basically, it's how you go upside down on a piece of aerial equipment. So this is on silks. It would be exactly the same thing on a rope, and on a trapeze or a hoop, it would be the same thing, but your hands would be side by side instead of on top of each other. So I'll show you one more time. We'll start over. So it's also called a straddle up because you are straddling up and going upside down. So this is the version with straight arms and straight legs. Here we have the same thing, but with bent arms. So this would be a bit easier. And here with bent legs. So the legs start in a tuck and they open into a straddle. You can also do it with bent arms and tucked legs. So that would be an easier version. So this is the position you want to be in your straddle up when you're upside down. I just stole this picture from the internet. Sorry, it's a bit blurry. So you can see her legs are parallel pretty much to the ground. So they're not like sticking way up here. So she's squeezing her legs towards her chest. Another thing, your arms are pretty much straight. And chest is open. So her back, if you saw from the side, her back would be straight like this. It wouldn't be curved like this. Where did it go? Here it is. So this is the same position, but sitting. So basically you're holding this position, but upside down, but your arms are holding on to the silk or the trapeze or whatever it is. So in this position, there's a lot of muscles that we need to either be strong or flexible for this to work. So before I introduce those, I want to talk about reciprocal inhibition, which according to Wikipedia is the relaxation of muscles on one side of a joint to accommodate contraction on the other side. So basically what that means is when you flex a certain muscle, the muscle on the opposite side of the joint is going to relax. So this helps us a lot actually. If you want to make something more flexible, you can flex or contract the muscle that's on that's opposite it to help you relax the muscle that you're trying to stretch. So in this straddle position, we need to have strong hip flexors, these muscles here, so that you can lift your legs up and into the straddle position and keep your legs closed towards your chest. You also need strong quads here to straighten your legs and also to lift them. We need the glutes, especially the ones like on the outside here, to be strong in order to open your legs into the straddle position. That's also your abductors, these muscles here. And then of course abs, so that you can lift your legs up, and your grip strength to hold on to whatever you're holding on to. And also we need to have flexible hamstrings here so that we can get into the straddle position, and adductors, which are those inner thigh muscles, so that you can open your legs into the straddle position. So thinking of this idea of reciprocal inhibition, you can see that if you want your hamstrings to be flexible here under your legs, it helps if these muscles on top of your legs, your quads and your hip flexors, are strong. And same thing, if we want our adductors to be nice and flexible, our abductors and glutes need to be strong on the other side. Okay, so really quick, I will just show you these muscles. So here, hip flexors, here on your hip to lift your legs. Next, we have quads, and you see also the hamstrings. So the quads are here and the hamstrings are on the opposite side. So we want this one to be strong and this one to be flexible. We also have, not used to talking this much, glutes, especially these glutes, gluteus medius. That's to open your legs. And abductors do the same thing. These are the adductors. So we want those to be nice and flexible in order to get into that straddle position on the inside of your legs. And our lower abs in order to curl the pelvis and lift your legs up. Okay, last theoretical thing before we do physical stuff. So this is pelvic tilt. When you're doing a straddle up or an inversion, you need to curl your pelvis like this in order to lift up your legs. So normally your pelvis should be like neutral, but now we want to tilt it to the back in order to lift the legs. So anterior would be tilting forward like this, but we want to tilt it posteriorly like this to the back. You can think, people often say if your pelvis is a bowl of water, don't let it tip forward. You actually want it to tip backwards so that the water would spill out of the back here. Okay, and last thing, of course, we need all of these muscles for our grip in order to hold on to our apparatus. Yes, I will stop sharing. I hope that all made sense. Let's start doing something physical. Okay, so first thing, we're just gonna warm up. Let's start with some jumping jacks. Hope you can still hear me when I'm far away. Yes. Okay, we're going, oh, you can't see my head. There we go. Okay, so 1 minute, jumping jacks. Let's go. I can hear all the water sloshing around in my stomach. Ooh. I think that was 30 seconds. Ten more seconds. Nice, okay, now let's run in place. Try and get your knees up super high. If you stick your hands out, you can try and hit them with your legs. Yes, and now, kicking your butt. And just run normally. Okay, now let's do this one. Knee to elbow. And a little more running. Ten more seconds. Let's turn around. Okay, good. Let's swing the arms. Nice, and now big circles. And slowly getting smaller until they get really small. And here, flex your hands, so fingers up towards the ceiling. Small, fast circles. And now switch directions. Starting small. And now we're going to get bigger. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna do circles with the head. Try not to crunch your neck in the back, instead elongate. Yes, and now we're going to make circles with chest. So only the chest moves. Try and keep your shoulders and your hips still. Try and keep your head in the same spot. And other way. Okay, and now only upper body moves. Great, okay, now hips. So my shoulders don't move, feet don't move, just hips going in a circle. Other way. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna do knee circles. So legs together, hands on your knees, and make circles. The theme of this warm-up is circles. Other way. Awesome. Okay, next, balance on one foot and circles with your ankle. Keep going. And you can switch directions. Yes, I know. Other foot. And switch directions. Okay, arms out in front, straight arms. And we're going to do circles again. My wrists are cracking. And other direction. Okay, now you're gonna make fists and open as wide as you can. You should have tension in your fingers the whole time. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to go into a sumo position. So toes turned out to the side. And then I want my knees over ankles. So not like this, over ankles, or your feet can be a little farther out than your knees. Then I put all my weight into my hands and relax with straight arms. So this should be stretching, trying to open your legs. Okay, and then we're gonna put one shoulder to the middle and switch. And we'll just keep switching. Nice. Okay, from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna straighten one leg. You can use your hands to help you. And then you're going to stick your butt down to the ground, trying to get it as low as possible. It's important to keep this knee facing up towards the ceiling and try and keep this knee out as far as you can. Okay, and then from here, we're going to switch sides. You can use your hands to help you if you want, or you can try it without hands. And switch, trying to stay as low as you can the whole time. You can use your hands if you want. Okay, now on the next side, you're going to sit down. Now you're going to turn this knee towards the ground, open it back up, and then try to go back to that position, either without hands or with hands, either one. Back to here. And then we're gonna switch sides and do the same thing. Okay, so sit, knee to the ground, open, and open. Let's do one more time each side. And switch. Nice. Okay, now we're going to sit in a straddle. Doesn't have to be very big. And just go side to side. Okay, now you're gonna add your arms. Awesome, and now we're gonna reach forwards. As far as you can. Reach, 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 reach. Yes, and back up. Nice. Okay, that's it for warm up. You can get water if you want, and then we will start doing some conditioning. Okay, so first thing I want everyone to do is actually go back to the straddle position that we were just in. So here, yes. So this is basically the position that you're in your inversion or your straddle up. So your arms would be like this and we would be upside down. So chest is open, back is pretty much straight, legs are parallel with the ground, like this. Great. So now we're going to try it upside down. So you're going to do this in a shoulder stand, or I don't know what's the best way to shoulder stand here. So you can use your hands to help you. You're going to try and lift up here using your hands into your upside down straddle position. You can also put your hands here if that's easier. Okay, so if everyone can try that, I think it's easier to show you like this. I don't know if you can see me. Yes. So here, what I'm thinking about is that my legs aren't up here. They're nice and low down towards my face. Your straddle doesn't have to be big, but it needs to be legs towards your chest. That's the most important thing here. Okay. Hope that made sense for everyone. If something doesn't make sense, please tell me. You can write it in the chat or something. Also, I didn't mention, this is my first time ever teaching online, so if something goes wrong, I apologize in advance. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna try and roll from a tuck, so this position, into your upside down straddle. So I start here in a tuck, I roll back, and I lift straight to my straddle position. And then I roll back to tuck. You can also start in a tuck and use your arms to help push you up and then into your straddle. So let's try that 5 times. You want an extra challenge, you can try using no hands at all. Okay, I think that was about 5. Great. Okay, so next thing, you can lie on your back. Gonna move this a tiny bit. Okay, so we're going to lie on our back, but we're going to engage our abs in a hollow position. So what that means, normally when you lie on your back, there's this space underneath. I could stick my arm underneath because there's this space under my lower back. So I'm gonna try and get rid of that space by doing this. So I'm tilting my pelvis, like we talked about before, to the back, okay? And then I'm squeezing my abs. But when I squeeze my abs, I don't want them to pop up like this. I want them to be sucked into my spine, like this, okay? So everything is engaged, no space under here. Keep that in mind the whole time when you're doing this exercise and basically every other exercise. So now you're gonna lift your legs up. If that's really hard, you can have them tucked. And then from here, you're gonna try and just lift your butt off the ground like this, okay? So we're trying not to move the legs at all. The legs should just go straight up to the ceiling and down. So like this. You can do it in a tuck also. So we're really trying to use these muscles to lift the butt off the ground. Okay, we're gonna do that 10 times. Ready to go. And I'm making sounds. Nice. Okay, when you're done with that, we're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna open your legs into a straddle, okay? Doesn't have to be a big straddle at all, but I want your legs to be, what is this? perpendicular, I don't know. Not here, not too much here. Right here, okay? And we're gonna do the same thing. So we're just curling the pelvis up. Now it's okay if your legs move using the abs. Let's do it 10 times. So this is basically the motion that you would be doing in your straddle up, curling the pelvis up to lift yourself up. Okay. Next thing. It's basically the same motion, but you're gonna do like a straddle up, but on the ground. Okay? So there's different versions. You can start having your hands underneath your butt. This will make it a little bit easier. Okay, you're gonna have your legs out in front of you. You're going to straddle them. I don't have enough room. And you're going to try and lift up into that first position that we went to here. Then when you come down, you're gonna try and keep your legs as close to your face for as long as possible. So I lower my butt, keeping my legs close to my face, squeezing, and then I straddle my legs down. Okay? You can also start here if that's too challenging. Here, straddle, lift, 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 and then down. So the important part is when you come down, that your legs don't come up like this. You want your legs as close to your face or to the ground as possible, squeezing them towards your chest. Okay, let's try like 5 of those. If you want it to be more challenging, put your arms here. I lost count. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. Nice. So next thing, if you happen to have yoga blocks or some pillows or some books or something, that would be great, but you don't need them. You do have them. You can get them. I have pillows. And you're gonna put it underneath one knee like this. Okay? And then you're gonna be on your elbow and one knee on the ground. So from here, we're going to lift up to straight body. And then, keeping your leg bent at 90 degrees, you're going to open, close, and go down. So we're going to do this 10 times. Ready? Let's go. Keep going. While you're doing this, try and keep your hips open. So I'm not bending like this, hips open. Maybe that's 7. Yes. Okay, let's switch sides. Okay, other thing to think about is when you lift your leg, try and keep it in the same position. It just lifts. It doesn't twist or turn at all. Okay. 10 times. Oh my goodness, 1 second. Computer freaking out. Yes. Okay, ready? Let's go. 1. 2. Last one. Oh, nice. Okay. Now it is time for your bed or sofa or whatever you have to come into play. So if you need to move, now's the time. You can also do this without if you really have to. Okay. So you're gonna lie down with your hands under the edge of your piece of furniture. Like this, with arms straight. So there's a bunch of different levels of this I will show you, and then after you can choose which one suits you best. Okay, so first, arms straight. You're gonna have your legs in a tuck. The thing to think about here is keeping your legs together, of course, but your heels towards your butt. So you don't want to cheat by using your legs to get momentum. You want to keep your feet close to your butt, tucked in the same position the whole time. Then what we're going to do, you're going to use your arms, pushing into your arms like this, and use your abs to lift yourself up to here. And then back down slowly. So notice I didn't use my legs to help me. I'm using my arms, pushing, and my abs. So one more time, like this. If that's super easy, you can try this version. So you're gonna start with straight legs, and then you're going to lift up to this candle position. So in this position, I'm trying to open my hips and be in a straight line. And then to tuck and down slowly. If you go to the candle position, what I want you to think about is try not to move, put your feet too far over you. So pretend like this is a wall and you can't go through it. So my feet can only go to here, and then I have to open. Then to tuck and down. Okay? If that's super easy, you can try this version. It's the same thing, but starting with legs here. Up to tuck, up candle, and then coming down. And the very last version, same thing, but once you get to the top, you're gonna try and plunge a bit. So it looks like this. Try and show you sideways. Up to candle, and then trying to keep straight body. I lean, I come back, and I go down. Okay, so we have like 5 different levels. We have the tuck, we have straight legs up to a candle and down. We have from legs close to the ground up to a candle and down, or the last one, adding a bit of leaning. Okay, so you can choose whichever level you want, but we're going to do 10 times, okay? Everyone ready? Let's go. I think that was 10 for me. I'll give you a few more seconds if you need it. Okay, so next thing, you're gonna stay by your piece of furniture. I'm gonna move over here though so you can see better. And you're going to be on one knee. So the knee that's up will be the one that's on the outside, so we can move it. Okay, Are people ready? So what we're gonna do here is you're just going to open your leg to the side. What I'm thinking about here is that I don't twist at all. I want to keep my hips and my upper body always facing forwards. The only thing that moves is the leg. Okay, we're gonna do this 10 times. Ready, go. Nice, and now the other side. Okay. Awesome. Okay, next thing, we're going to start using some arms. Okay. So, classic, we're going to do push-ups. You can do these on your knees if you want. We're going to do 10 of them. And for these push-ups, I want your elbows by your sides. So we're working triceps. Okay, so elbows stay, your upper arms stay by your sides the whole time. Elbows in. Yes. Let's do 10. You can be on your knees if you want. Ready, set, go. Two more. Okay. Nice. Okay, so now you can take back your block or book or whatever you have. You're going to sit in a straddle. It doesn't have to be big. You're gonna put your thing, you also don't need a thing, it works for that, next to your ankle. Okay, and from here, keeping your hands in front of you, so try not to have your hands here and try not to lean back. You're going to try and lift a straight leg over your object. So what I'm thinking about here is leaning forwards as far as I can. We're trying to work this compression. Okay, so no leaning back. If you want this to be easier, you can make your object lower or do it without an object. You can also try with bent leg if straight leg is too high. Okay, so we are going to do 5 on this side. That's 1. Nice, you should feel this here very much. Okay, other side. And 5. Nice, and let's go back to the first side and do 5 more. Yay! Yes, and last 5. Ready? Go. Nice. Okay, for the next thing, you can stay sitting in your straddle. 1 second. Okay, so you're gonna be sitting in your straddle. Doesn't have to be big again. And what we're gonna do here is we're going to relax your leg And now you're gonna engage your quads, these muscles here, so that your leg straightens. Let's have toe pointed. Your leg straightens and your heel either comes off the ground or you feel like your heel would come off the ground. Doesn't need to if it doesn't want to, that's okay. But what we're doing is contracting these muscles to straighten the leg, okay? So I'm not doing this. I'm not lifting my whole leg. This doesn't move at all. I just contract to straighten my leg. Okay, so it's just a little pulse. Relax, contract. But we're gonna do both legs at the same time. Okay, ready? Let's go. Few more. Let's do 10 more. Nice. You can shake out your legs. Okay, so now if you have a band or something, now's the time to use it, but it's not necessary at all if you don't have it. You do, put it around your ankles. Okay, so now we're going to be sitting in this mini straddle position, back straight or leaning forwards, and you're going to keep one leg still and you're going to move the other one out to the side. Like this, okay? We're gonna do that 10 times on each leg. So again, try not to lean back. You want to be here, okay? Let's do 10. Straight leg. Nice, and other side. Awesome. Okay, next thing, lying on your back. Okay, you're gonna have one leg straight and it's gonna be as close to you as it can be. Okay, so if it's here, that's fine. If it's here, that's fine. If you wanna make this harder, you can straighten the other leg. And now, what we're going to do is you're going to lift your leg, pulse your leg closer to your chest as far as it can go. Okay, we're gonna do this 10 times. Ready to go, keeping straight leg. Nice. And other side. Also remember this hollow position, so abs sucked in, pelvis tilted. Okay, other side. Nice job. What do we have next? Okay, so you can stay lying down. Next thing we're going to do, you're gonna have your feet under your knees. They can be hip width apart. And from here, we're going to lift up into this position, but we're gonna do it by rolling. So you're gonna roll through your vertebrae, starting from the lower ones. So tilting the pelvis, rolling up, 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 as high as you can go. And then we're gonna roll back down, so starting from here. Okay, we're gonna do that 5 times. Keep going. Okay, now you're gonna go to the top And you're going to post up, squeezing your butt. Nice, and relax. Okay, so now we're going to go up, and then we're going to straighten one leg, and down, and then up, straighten the other leg. So I will show it once. Up, straighten leg. When I straighten my leg, try not to let anything tilt or turn. So I keep flat, parallel to the ground, and only my leg straightens. Okay, so we're going to do 5 on each leg or something like that. We'll see. Ready, go. Up. 2 more. Nice, okay, you can stay in that position. We're gonna do one more thing there. Check what time it is. Okay. So you're going to lift up, and now you're gonna just step your leg out to the side. And then the other leg, and then down. So here, same thing. When you step your leg, try not to let anything weird happen with your hips. You want to keep them up and parallel. Okay, let's go. And down. Up, out, in, out, in, and down. Three more. Two more. Last one. Ooh, nice. Okay. Next thing, we're going to do more push-ups, but this time we're going to do them with wide arms. So your hands going to be a bit wider than they were before, and your elbows are going to go out. Okay, so this will focus more on these muscles. You can do them on your knees again, if you want, and we're going to do 10. Everyone ready? Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Now you can lie down on your stomach. Okay. So now we're going to do some things that work your back muscles so that we can have that open chest in our inversion position. Okay. So lying on your stomach. You're going to relax, and then you're going to start like dragging your fingertips towards your toes so that your chest lifts off the ground as high as it can go and down. Okay, do that 10 times. Nice. Okay, you can stay here, lying on the ground. Okay, now you're gonna have your arms out in front of you. And we're going to lift. So first we lift the arms in the letter I position, so arms straight. Then we're gonna move to a Y position like this, and then a T, okay? So here, actually, you can look towards the ground. So we're not using the neck at all, just the arms. Other thing is that when we're in the I and the Y, I want thumbs up or your hands facing this way. So lifting like this. And when you're in the T, your palms can be towards the ground. So I will show you one more time. So I, Y, and T. Okay, let's do 10 of those. Ready to go. Whew, good job. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is you're going to put your hands under your shoulders and we're going to push up to a cobra position and down. But now, instead of using my back, I'm using only my arms, okay? So you're using your chest basically as weight for your push up, okay? So like this, using your arms as much as possible. And we're just gonna keep doing this. Okay, and now let's switch. And so instead of using your arms, you're going to use your back to lift yourself off the ground. Nice. And now one more thing, we're going to do the same as the first time, so with arms, but you're gonna have wider arms like this and elbows out. So now using only arms, just push yourself up. Ready to go. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whew. Okay, you can get water if you want. Quick break, we have 8 minutes for stretching. Nice. If you want to put more clothes on, I like to stretch with a lot of clothes so that I'm warm. Okay. I will put my pants on. Okay, so first thing I'm going to stretch is our straddle. So everyone come to sit in a straddle. Awesome. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to lean to one side like we did in the warm-up, but now you're gonna try and reach for your foot. It's okay if you don't reach your foot. And you're gonna try and open to look up towards the ceiling. So this should actually stretch your side more than your straddle. I'm also pulling my chest through with my arm against my leg, like this. Another thing to think about is try and keep this down on the ground. And then switch sides. Nice. Okay, now you're going to put your arms up, try and keep them by your ears, try and keep it flat back as much as you can, and try and keep your knees up towards the ceiling, so don't let them turn in like this. Keep them turned out as much as you can. Arms up, and we're going to reach forwards with a flat back as low as you can go without touching the ground, and back up. If this is really hard, you can put your legs closer together. Make it easier. Okay, one more. Nice, and now we're going to reach forwards. You can let your hands touch the ground. You're going to reach forwards as far as you can. Here, also, try to round your back. Trying to have a flat back so that your stomach would touch the ground. And try and keep your knees turned on, okay? So reach forwards. Try and get your stomach as close to the ground as you can. Try and have straight arms, even though it's tempting to bend them and relax. Reach as far as you can. Okay, and now we're going to close the legs into a pike. This is called a pike position, if you didn't know. Okay, we're gonna have legs together, toes pointed, try and have flat back, and reach forwards. So I'm trying to get my stomach to my legs first instead of arching over like this. Flat back. It's okay if you don't reach your toes, you can also grab your legs or your ankles. Okay, and now we're going to relax so you can arch if you want. Or not arch. Round your back. And sit up, and now we're going to flex the feet. So here, I'm trying to use those same leg straightening muscles to lift my heels off the ground. And now I reach forward. Ouch. Okay, now let's relax. And go farther. Awesome. Okay, now if you have pillows or something to put under your knees, might be a good idea. This can be painful sometimes. So we're going to go into this frog position. So here, I want my hips in line with my knees. So not forwards and not back like this. Another thing is that I want my knees to be at a 90-degree angle. So I don't want my feet in like this or too far out. Okay, so 90 degrees, and this is 90 degrees also. Okay. Try and relax, try and let your knees slide away from each other. Okay, now when we're here, you're going to push into the ground. So you're trying to push so that your knees would come together. Push, push, push as hard as you can. And relax. What time is it? 2 minutes. Okay, we're gonna push again. Push into the ground, knees squeezing together. And relax. Okay, the next thing, you can either stay here with both legs bent, or you can straighten one leg. So when you straighten your leg, try and make sure that your hips are still in line with your knee. Okay, now same thing, we're pushing into the ground. And relaxing. Awesome, you can stay with bent legs if you were with bent legs, or switch to the straight leg. And last time, pushing. And relaxing. Okay. You can sit in your straddle if you want. Should feel nice and relaxed. Okay, it is 6:30. Thank you all very much for being here. If you have any feedback or anything, good or bad, comments, anything, I would really like to know. I think everyone should have my email, so you can send me that. And I hope to see you on Sunday or next Thursday. Thank you.